we get what we need when we need it?
The tide, the tide, the tide, the tide.
And when we have a need to feed, how do we feed it?
The tide, the tide.
And where does the apparel that we wear come from?
The tide, the tide.
And what is the wave that we love?
The tide, the tide, the tide.
Rise. Report. What has the mighty tide brought us?
A boat!
Rusty old fish boat?
No, my king. It's what you'd call a shiny cloud maker.
A cloud maker?
Like this. Big boat. Tubes on top make clouds. Poof!
Cloud makers do not come here. They know better. Unless they don't know how dangerous we are.
We could teach them.
We teach. The tide has brought us a cloud maker! Tide or die! Tide or die! Tide or die! Tide or die! Tide or die!
Things can get sketchy. You never know what problems might arise. It's amazing to be alive, and the king would like us to thrive. So we keep these pretty pages as our guide.
Magnus is so brilliant and creative, and designed a life to which we all aspire. He has traveled far and wide, wrote the best survival guide on which our generations have relied.
Anchors away and on aboard, on the vessel of the king, to the starboard side we sing. Anchors away and off we go. Oh, I'm a vessel too, bringing the king's teachings to you. Roll call!
I'm Darlene.
I'm Sherman.
I'm Judith.
I'm Henry.
Timothy.
Bartholomew.
Edith. Millicent.
Percival. Odin.
And Bill.
Oswald.
Llewellyn.
Augustus.
Lionel.
Sylvia.
Wallace.
And Beth.
My name's Chad.
It's time to swap the deck! Hey!
Magnus is the king, and he's been through everything, so we don't need to stress about our own plans. If the king says it's so, and it's safe for us to go, and that's all about what you need to know.
Where is the adventure and the intrigue? To sail around the world without a fear. There is still more to see, and between you and me, one book can summarize the open sea.
But this is so much more than any other kind of book. This is the exact way that the king took. And Omnia thrives, that's how we live our lives. The king has always helped us all survive.
Well, sure, any good book can hook the reader, but I like to learn the lesson on my own. There's so much more to know than and the rightest way to go. Don't you wonder where the ocean's gonna flow?
Judith, we don't have to worry about where the ocean's gonna flow. King Magnus tells us exactly where to go. Tell him, Sherman.
Let's say we were headed for an iceberg. Most people would panic and would cry. Well, we flip through to the ice, and it isn't a surprise that the king has been through it before and has the wisdom to be sure to break through the ice or turn on a dime. The king will keep us alive every time.
Anchors away and all aboard on the vessel of the king to the starboard side we sing. Anchors away and off we go. Though I'm a vessel too, bringing the king's teachings to you. Anchors away and all aboard. Though I'm a vessel too. Anchors away.
The tide. Where do we get what we need when we need it?
The tide, the tide, the tide, the tide.
And when we have a need to feed, how do we feed it?
The tide, the tide.
And where does the apparel that we wear come from?
The tide, the tide.
And what is the wave that we love?
Rise. Report. What has the mighty tide brought us?
A boat!
Rusty old fish boat? No, my king. It's what you'd call a shiny cloud maker.
A cloud maker?
Like this. Big boat. Tubes on top make clouds. Poof! Cloud makers do not come here. They know better. Unless they don't know how dangerous we are. We could teach them. We teach. The tide has brought us a cloud maker! Tide or die! Tide or die! Tide or die! Tide or die!
Every day is a give and take, and we take whatever we can find. We're alive for such a short time, and I know how to get what's mine. Omnia and the people there, they need a scare to keep them in their place. They fear when we look them in the face. They cannot ride upon the tide without a chase.
Washing in and washing out are new treasures every day.
teacher. It will bring us everything we need.
All the treasure house we have to feed.
Just try to see the ocean for the seaweed. The tide is our teacher. It will bring us everything we need.
All the treasure house we have to feed.
And the tide will make the treasure such a special breed.
The tide, the tide. The tide, the tide.
When I was just a little lad, I would get sad and wander on my own. Yes, I know what it's like to feel alone, to wonder if I'll ever get home. Where the ocean meets the sand, it's like a plan that reveals itself in ways. It rises and falls in such a way. Something new and exciting comes in every day. The tide is our teacher, and it will bring us everything we need.
All the treasure house we have to feed.
Yes, try to see the ocean for the seaweed.
Treasure. The tide is our teacher.
And it will bring us everything we need.
All the treasure house we have to feed.
Yes, try to see the ocean for the seaweed.
Can't the king ever send us to a country with trains and hotels?
You know, the king sends us where help is needed. We're lucky he chooses us to do his work.
Studying for the nerd test? I think you're gonna ace it. Thank you. Why are you reading this thing yet again?
It's the king's instruction to his people. I want to keep it fresh.
Why not just look stuff up when you need an answer? There's an index in the back.
Because a day will come when I need the king's wisdom, and his guide isn't in my hands. I want to be ready. Who knows? Maybe the king's wisdom will save your life someday. Judith. Judith.
Who's that?
My name Foamy, and I be your captor today. This is Crash. Please, dragging loot now.
What's with all this?
Yes. We, the Trashers, be. And when he brings us useful things, as he always does, we make to clothes. We make to food. We make to spirits. We make to everything we need. Because he bring us everything we need. And what's left after eating and clothes, we make to statue to honor him.
To honor him? Who's him?
The tide.
Tide or die!
Tide or die. Rest time over.
Wow, what a lovely trash the tide has given us.
This is your home now. At least until the Nez decides your fate.
What's a Nez?
Sherman, you're alive!
Are you injured? How?
I don't know. Last thing I remember is getting knocked over the railing of the Royale. The Royale.
Sunk.
The others?
Just us.
What are we gonna do now?
Well, I've been thinking about that. They keep talking about this tide thing. It shouldn't be too hard for us to catch on. We integrate, we adopt their customs. Pretty soon, we're a part of the tribe.
I cannot believe those words just came out of your mouth.
I know, it's genius.
It's treason.
What are you talking about?
The king and my king, now and forever. Those aren't just words, Judith.
Oh, give me a break, Darlene. We're 1,000,000 miles from King Magnus.
Wrong. He's here. We carry him with us wherever we go. We serve at his pleasure. We live by his guide.
We don't even have his survival guide, dummy.
Then we'll have to rely on what we remember. We may not remember the guide word for word, but we know who we serve and how he would want us to behave here.
We might be here for a very long time.
Up! Time to get to work. Shore one, collect track.
Behold, how the tide give us everything we need. Gourmet food, fearsome weapon, and fashionable clothing.
You want to run? By all means, run. Of course, You leave the safety of the trashers out there. No one to protect you from the dark eagle. It was 2 winters ago. A screaming steel bird soared over this island. And then just for a moment, the bird turned into the sun. Out of the cloud, a creature appeared, floating down into the forest on one white wing. The animals, they fled like smoke from a fire. The slow ones, he ate them raw.
He? Who's he?
The dark eagle. So please run. If he catches you, that's one more day where he doesn't catch me. Or you could just go back to work. Darlene! That's mine! New guys don't keep trash, trashers keep trash.
That was the... He took the...
I know. I saw.
No more resting. Back to work. Chore 2.
Welcome to the pit of eternal flame. Tires? Go here. Chip chop.
Are you sure? That's gonna wreak havoc on your air quality.
Yes, sir. Love a good tire fire, sir. It smells like fresh baked apple pie, covered in burning tires.
Stop here! Sit. Rest. Chore 3. Feed the Nez's precious puppets.
Rest up in comfy cage. More work tomorrow.
Yay.
He's not gonna save you. Because He doesn't care about us.
If the king receives a radio signal from me and chooses not to show up, that's his choice. I can live with that. But if he doesn't show up because I couldn't be bothered to try, I can't live with that. Envoy 26 to Omnia 1. Omnia 1, are you receiving? We failed. The Royale at the bottom of the ocean. Three of us survived. Please, please bring us home. I know we don't deserve it, and I can't even tell you where we are right now. But you can do amazing things. I know you can bring us home. If you want to. You feel far away. This place is strange. The people, they hate us. But that's not your fault. We messed up. And even so, I know you've never let go of us. I get that we might not hear back from you for a while, and if that's your choice, you're the king. I just miss my home. Miss my king. My king. Now and forever.
Get up! It's time for you to meet the Nez.
So these are the new trashers to be. These twiggy little pretzel stick people. One day, the Dark Eagle will cross this island and attack us. How are you scrawny little intermittent vegans supposed to fight for us? Foamy! Give them the best food the tide can provide. Feed them. Make them strong. Make them warriors. You have 1 week. Now go! Go!
You gonna be trashers. Trashers don't cage sleep. Dinner in 5.
There's
survival guide is pretty specific about how the king wants his envoys to eat. Probably doesn't include whatever's on that table.
We don't have to be rude to them, but our bellies don't belong to us. The king drew a line and we don't cross it.
Eat! Eat!
We can't.
Can't eat if they dead, big friend. Foamy, we'll get them eating.
We appreciate you stepping in like that, but we really can't. We won't.
The Nez says you gotta get strong. How you gonna get strong with no food?
Give us that bag.
That? No. Ugh. You don't get strong eating food of this kind.
Give us 3 days. If we don't look strong after 3 days, then we'll eat whatever Foamy wants.
All 3 of us.
3?
When in Rome.
Chili dogs.
Abernathy, Sherman M, Envoy 37, hailing Omnia 1. Omnia Actual, are you receiving? Your Majesty, we have a pretty big task ahead of us the next few days. We made a choice that could bring us a lot of bad attention. But I'd rather stand out for the right reason than blend in for the wrong one. And you are the best reason, my king. Now and forever.
I'm all set, thanks.
Ah! What healthy appetite you was having. Standing up, please. All of you. Let's see who's looking strong.
I'm good. I think I just stood up too quick. It's probably not the food. The snozberries taste like snozberries.
I am no doctor, but that looked pretty conclusive.
Okay, we won. Now we're out of emergency rations. What are we gonna eat?
Trust me, food will not be a problem.
You saw him, didn't you? The Dark Eagle. Then he's seen you too. He never forgets a face, that guy.
Then he roared. Like he literally roared. So yeah, that was crazy. Big day for us tomorrow. Please, watch over us.
What do you mean, be practical? Betray everything the king taught us just to fit in?
To survive, dummy? Don't you get how dangerous it is to be different here? I'm just hoping that by the time they get all stabby, they look at me as one of them, instead of one of you.
You're afraid, aren't you?
Of course I am.
I am too. I'm afraid of the king showing up and not recognizing me.
Where are you going?
They're here for you, boss. You will be most pleased.
The Trasher diet is the most healthifying miracle ever. And you three are proof. And it is clearly 66% effective!
Yeah! Actually, Sherman and I didn't follow the diet. You see, the king has given us...
Zippity-doo, zip, zip. We all agree the tide provides.
Tide!
And now, your reward. We make you part of the Trasher tribe! Yeah! We give you fine Trasher armor. But first, we give you Trasher names. These names make you Trashers. These names remind us of all the good things the tide brings. Your name is Seaweed! Seaweed! You will be Driftwood! Driftwood! And you... You will be Fish Guts. Fish Guts!
Let's hear it for Fish Guts!
No.
Thank you for accepting us. But we already have names. Names that honor the king. Our king. Our names, our diets, our lives will honor him. Now and forever.
Your land, far away. Your king, far away.
Someday, he'll call us home. And when he does, I want him to see the pages of this all over my life. Take care of yourself, okay? Sorry I'm late.
Kill him!
What? Why?
Right. As if you don't know what you've done. Kill them!
Your Desness, we would be happy to apologize. If you could tell us what specific thing we've done to deserve your wrath.
Actually, I was kind of wondering that for my own self.
You didn't tell me what I saw, and you didn't tell me what it means.
Pardon?
I know, right? How dare you? Crash. Smash!
Wait! Killing us isn't gonna give you the answer that you want. So let us help you.
So you do know what I saw, and you do know what it means.
Of course not. But I know a guy who knows everything.
3 days? You're a moron. What do you think he's gonna do to us in 3 days if we don't have an answer?
The same thing he would have done half an hour ago, except now, we have time to try.
Try what? You guys have been talking into that thing for 2 months. Face it, he's either not listening or he just doesn't care.
Or he's the king, he's in control, and he doesn't owe us an explanation. So are you just gonna wait? Or are you going to try?
I'll try, but I'm doing it my way.
And we'll do it his way.
Your Majesty, we're ready. We know you can hear us, and we trust you.
I know I don't have the radio, but I feel like you can hear me anyway. Judith says you've abandoned us, but I think you're closer than ever. I feel like you're here.
I am here. You are not alone.
What?
You are not alone. You are not alone.
Well, what did I see and what does it mean?
Your Nesness? Through the power of deductive reasoning, I have found your answer.
What are you doing?
Trying to save all our lives. Your Nesness. You saw swamp gas that aligned with the Ursa Major constellation to display the image of pecan pie.
And it means?
It means that the Tide is very happy with your job performance.
That is the wrongest answer I have ever heard. And now all my friends are dumber for having heard it!
We get to kill her now, right?
Kill her! Kill her!
No! Flowers blooming in the night sky!
How did you tell me?
First promise you'll spare her. You saw flowers blooming in the night sky. Beautiful, bright colors. We call them fireworks.
What does it mean?
It means this throne of yours, this power, is temporary. Someone else will take over. And more after him. But someday, the true king, my king, will take over forever.
How could you possibly know?
It's not what you know. It's who you know.
Who do you know?
I know the one who sent the fireworks.
King Magnus of Omnia? Trashers!
Tide or die!
Today I make 2 new decrees. First, Driftwood will be the new vice-president. Second only to me.
My name is Darlene, but thank you.
Second, I decree that all trashers will no longer follow the tide. From now on, we will live as King Magnus of Omnia commands, according to his survival guide. Forever! Yeah! I declare that tonight the Trashers will dance around the great statue made of trash that the tide has so generously given us. And we will sing the tide anthem. All hail the tide!
Tide! The tide! The tide! The tide! The tide! The tide! The tide!
And all those who fail to honor the tide will be thrown into the pit of eternal flame!
Sir, please remember that you swore to live according to the King's survival guide.
Driftwood, you're a sweet kid, but sometimes you can be a real buzzkill. Trashers, 3 p.m. sharp. Disperse.
Tide or die! Tide or die! Tide or die!
This is wrong.
Driftwood, will you relax?
Still not my name.
I know what you're worried about.
Pretty sure you don't.
I know you're loyal to your king, and you don't want to sing the song. But it's okay. You're my vice president. Only the normie trashers have to go to the ceremony. No pit of eternal flame for you. You've got less privilege.
Sir, that's not the point.
Even your fellow Omnia person, all fish guts over there, understands the joy of the tide.
This is wrong.
This is wrong. Seize him! I give you one chance only. Sing to the tide! Sing!
Let the king of my heart
sing to the tide!
Inside my sails, the anchor in
sing!
Oh, he is my song.
More fires! May these flames burn eternal! Behold the fate of all those who defy the tide!
Tide or die!
I command you again! Sing to the tide! Last chance!
You think I'm afraid of your stove? My king can douse this thing in 2 seconds. He can save me.
But what if he doesn't?
Then I die.
And I can live with that. You know what I mean.
Seriously? Again? How many times, Nez?
What?
King Magnus sent you a message in the sky. Then he saved Sherman when you would have burned him alive. And after each of these things, you swore to live his way. And you're doing this stuff again. So I just want to know, how many times does the king have to get your attention before you pay attention?
Your king is great, and I love the clean water and all. But sometimes the Nez has just got to get his tide on. Boom, boom, chaka, boom, chaka, boom, chaka. I mean, come on. These trash statues don't look fun once in a while?
It wouldn't matter. He's my king. Now and forever.
Driftwood. You can be a real drag sometimes.
My name is Darlene.
There! That's what I'm talking about. It's always the same song and dance with you. You know, you'd be a much better Vice Nez, a much better friend if you weren't constantly telling me what to do. I mean, King Magnus says, wash your hands. King Magnus says, put your shoes on like this. King Magnus says, don't eat the berries, they're poisonous. You see all fish guts over there? Eating cheese whiz out of a boot? She knows your king's commands, but she lets me be who I am. Why can't you?
Because you matter to me. The king taught me a better way to live. What kind of person would I be if I didn't share that with you?
Can we talk about anything else?
What's wrong?
Oh, it's probably nothing. These dreams, they keep bothering me.
Will you tell me about it?
Why? So you could tell me it's just another sign from your king that I need to follow him? It's a tree.
A tree?
Yeah. It's beautiful. I've never seen a tree like this before. It's got stuff hanging on it, but not trash, and it makes people happy. But then it doesn't stop there. And it gets worse. It's alone. Broken. I have to find this tree before it's too late. I have to protect it. Care for it. Why are you looking at me like that?
Nez, don't you understand? You're the tree.
How do I stop this? Tell me! What do I need to do? I command you, tell me!
You already know the answer.
I need to follow the king, leave the trash, forget the tide, and live his ways.
So will you?
I can't believe it took me this long to finally try things your way. You've been so patient with me, King, Mr. King, my king, now and forever. I mean, it must be acknowledged that it does take some greatness of character to make such a big life change. I don't mean to brag, but I must be pretty humble to do such a big 180. Oh. And wise. And handsome. I mean, let's face it. I am a pretty magnificent specimen. Dang. That's some great looking trash. Thank you, Tide. Tide or die! 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 Tide or die!
just the worst thing that could happen to a guy.
He was a good Nez. The best.
I know you're there.
It's not the worst thing that can happen. Judith, this madness is not the Nez's biggest problem.
Of course it is.
No, it's just the one we can see. His real problem is that he can't bring himself to follow the king. Because he's trying to be king. And that is the biggest problem you could possibly have. And it doesn't matter whether you're outside in a cage or somewhere comfortable. If you don't have the king in your life, you have nothing.
You don't need to be afraid. I am here. Now and forever.
I was wrong. I don't need control. I need you in my life.
Here I am. You're for serious, boss? This goes too?
Yes, all of it. Foamy. Take that too.
And every year we celebrate the king's reign in June. We put pictures of him all over. I wish I had one to show you.
I think I'd know him if I saw him. How do I do it right this time? Follow him with my whole life, not just a changing heart.
It's all in the book. There's literally no way around reading it. It's not gonna last, you know. All of this. Even if you're following the king, he may decide that you shouldn't be in charge anymore. Things change quickly. Everything changes.
Not everything, darling. He's the king. The only king. Now and forever.
I will be a good boss, much like your Nez had been. And as a sign of goodwill, one of you treasures, will now become my vice eagle.
I trust you. But why don't you dress like the other treasures?
Because I'm not a trasher. I don't belong here. I belong to the king.
He must be some king.
He's everything.
Fish guns. Is this for me?
Sorry, no. The card says to the best boss ever. Wait a second, that's you!
Fish guns, you are quite a card. And watch out for this one, no?
So, you think this place really looks good, no?
Oh my, yes. It looks sublime. You know what they say, the tide provides. Tide or die.
Yes.
Tide or die.
Wow, what a brilliant thing to say. You are so wise.
Oh, fish guns.
Actually, since we've got such a great and wise boss, it would be stupidity, even treason, to ask anyone else for guidance.
Seems like a good policy.
Or a good law.
Anyone who breaks this law shall be thrown into
The rabid puppet pit.
Envoy 37, calling Omnia Actual. Your Majesty. Envoy 26 is gonna need your help.
So, can I open my eyes now?
I never said you had to close them. I just said I had a surprise.
So can I?
Yes, you can open them.
Darlene! What are you? Why are you? Get her out of here! Who is responsible for this?
That would be you.
What are you talking about? I told you! Get her out of there!
They can't. They've been ordered to do this.
By whom?
By you. She broke your law, and now she's facing your punishment. You could pull her out, but that would start a feeding frenzy that would definitely kill poor Darlene. I guess your only hope is to leave her there until morning.
So, Darlene be okay in morning?
Are you kidding? There won't even be enough left to bury.
I know I'm not alone in here.
Oh, it sounds like she's still slightly alive. She must have been tortured and maimed all through the night. That's too bad.
Oh, Mongo! What a hilarious Christopher Walken impression.
But the sun is up, so I should get back to the village. Thank you for all your hospitality.
Hey, any friend of King Magnus is a friend of ours.
Could we just sing that song you taught me one more time before I go?
Can we? And the one, and the two, and the...
Hey guys!
You don't have to keep apologizing. I'm fine.
Yes, no thanks to me. How did your king save you when he is back in Omnia?
Wrong question, boss. I don't know how the king does his work, but I know he was there.
Kate, your radio. Is this how you summon him?
I don't summon him. He doesn't.
And can you direct his powers towards your enemies like a weapon?
I don't direct anything. He's in charge.
And above all, how did you... Did you know he would save you?
I didn't. And someday he may not. And that would be okay too. There are worse things than dying.
Like what?
Like living. Whether it's in a hole in the ground or in a mansion, even one day without the king in my life.
I would like to talk to your king, but I would not know what to say to him.
I can help you with that.
$7,452 days since the battery died.
It just means we can't hear him. At least not through that. But we know he hears us.
Auntie Dar!
Pumpkin!
Oh, you still okay to watch it tonight?
Of course. Go hunt.
Be good. I make no promises. Auntie Dar, can you tell me that story again? The rabid puppets?
Oh, I could. But that's not the most interesting story in my life. Let me tell you about King Magnus. The boss is here. They come and they go. But our king always stays the same. Sometimes the boss on the throne understands that and follows the king's survival guide. Sometimes not. Sometimes our neighbors will listen and embrace the king's way. Other times they'll try to destroy us. But most of the time, it's somewhere in between. But even if our neighbors are kind to us or hostile toward us, the king expects the same thing.
Even when they're mean?
Especially when they're mean.
Doesn't that get tiring?
Exhausting. But it's worth it. Because the king is never far away. Even when he feels far away. He's holding us at arm's length for now. But he never lets go.
Are you ever mad that he sent us here?
No, because he didn't send us here. That was our idea, trying to do things our own way.
Well, he left us here at the very least.
And if that's what he thinks is best for now, then we're going to trust him, even when we don't understand. Because amazing things happen when we do.
Aunt Dar, will we ever get off this island, go home?
And to be clear, where is home?
Home is where the king is.
Good girl. Well, if we do, it will be when the king decides and not a moment sooner.
What will we do until that happens?
We behave like he's watching, because we know he is. I still miss you. Every day. Even though I know you're here. And I'm going to keep doing my part with Sherman's daughter, with all of them. You deserve it all. Now and forever. But please, if this is where you want me, please show me why. Show me what I'm supposed to do here.
Good. You're here. I'm thirsty. Oh, I've got an headache. I would have drank the brown water, but it stinks. How do you make this work? Tide or die. I am sorry about before. Why come you could be like that? You are always nice, even when I was mean to you. What do you know that I don't?
It's not what you know. It's who you know.